cheers
Move
for...
na naman.
Oh my God.
Nag-aantay na yung tatlo. But thank you again to the ladies of the Big Story. Always a great show. Watching Ate Gretch, Madam Reg, thank you for the chocolates. Boss Madam.
Thank you.
And thank you, Tita Sean. We've got updates on the show from the NBA and the PBA Commissioner's Cup, plus a new era in the WNBA as Brittney Griner changes teams after 11 years with the Phoenix Mercury.
And we hear from volleyball superstar Kim Kiana-D after she made her much-awaited return to the PBL court.
And a lot of fans were actually ecstatic to have KKD back on the floor. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Pauline Verzosa, sitting in for Ches Caliton Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy Lee, puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Bacunas rejecting Esteban for the...
How we have been raving about them, the Houston Rockets. They're the real deal and stay one of the hottest teams in the NBA as they avoid a late-game meltdown to keep that winning streak so alive. Rockets held off the Atlanta Hawks' furious rally in the final minutes to take their fourth straight dub, 100-96. It wasn't easy, though, as Houston took charge in Atlanta, going up by 16 with less than 6 minutes left. But then, the Hawks had one last hurrah and came to within just 2 points in that final minute. The Rockets ended up sealing the win on a well-executed inbound play that led to an easy slam by, hopefully, an all-star, Alperen Şengün. Our kababayan, meanwhile, Jalen Green was the game's top scorer, delivering 25 points for Clutch City. The Rockets have won 10 of their last 12 games. They now have a 32-14 win-loss slate, still the second best in the West. The Hawks have not won since January 19. They're now 9th in the East with 22 victories and 25 defeats. After the game, Hawks head coach Quinn Snyder addressed his team's recent struggles.
I feel like, you guys saw the game. I thought our looks were really good. There wasn't forced shots. You point to how we've defended. I think we've defended very well over the stretch. And I haven't seen the ball go in the hole as much as you'd hope. But the thing that, other than wanting to shoot the ball better, I like the fact that we've continued to play and continue to defend. And that's what happened tonight, even when we got down. So I don't know that that's an ongoing process, and I've said before, I think that there's a long runway for this team, and we're going to see, this is a tough stretch right now, and we just got to keep, until the guys, we have to keep grinding. Particularly this game is, in a lot of ways, is like this time of the year, where it's always, heading up to, late January, early February. You just have to dig in and be mentally tough, and we were that tonight. So sometimes that progress is, is more X and O related, and in this case, I thought, our ability to keep our composure and keep competing.
Meantime, Tyrese Maxey rises to the occasion again as a shorthanded Philadelphia beat the Los Angeles Lakers. Maxey stepped up in the absence of injured stars Joel Embiid and Paul George, leading the Sixers to a 118-104 victory. Last season's most improved player put on a show, dropping 41 of his total 43 points in the first 3 quarters. Now, the Lakers tried to fight back despite losing Anthony Davis in the first half due to an abdominal muscle strain. The purple and gold got 31 markers from LeBron James in a losing effort. The Sixers now have 18 wins against 27 losses to stay within striking distance of the play-in tournament in the East. The Lakers are still 5th in the West with 26 victories and 19 setbacks. Now, at the post-game press conference, Maxey spoke about his latest scoring outburst and his special bond with King James.
Yeah, I just tried to be ultra aggressive. I saw that they were switching pick and rolls. And then, I just tried my best. And then, I don't know. I think we just did a good job of just playing hard, though, honestly. Like, they kind of came in and hit us in the mouth a little bit. It was a little stagnant early in the game. Yeah, we did a good job kind of getting us going, myself. And after that, we kind of just kept it rolling. I told him after the game, I said, look, man, I waited 5 years to ask for a jersey. I know I've known you for a while, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get it this year. He was like, all right, cool. But he's just like a big brother to me, you know, same agent. I worked out with him a few times every summer. And I'm one to, like, we worked out at 6, and I was beat him to the gym a few times. And he was like, nah, like, I can't let that happen. So he started getting to the gym at 5. And lifted. So he was in a full sweat like at 5:30 once I got to the gym. And I was like, man, you got it, man. You win. I ain't gonna lie. But he's a great man. He's, you know, the greatest ever. You know what I'm saying? Him and Jordan, they're right there neck and neck. And, you know, what he's done for our game has been amazing. So.
Meanwhile, it's honored to welcome back Damian Lillard to Portland as the Trailblazers beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Final score here, 125-112 in favor of the home team, the Blazers, in Lillard's second trip back to Oregon since transferring to the Bucks. Portland's new stars came up big in front of Rip City's former franchise player. Denny Avdia leading the way with a season-high 30 points to go along with his 9 rebounds. His backcourt partner, Anthony Simons, tallied 25 markers and 7 assists. Meanwhile, big man DeAndre Ayton finishing with a double-double of 21 points and 14 boards. The Blazers got the win despite a 39-point explosion from the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo. Dame Time added 20 markers for Milwaukee in a losing effort. The Blazers have now won 5 of their last 6 games, improving their record to 18 wins and 29 losses. The Bucks, meanwhile, settle for 26 victories and 19 defeats, which is good enough for 4th place in the East. In a post-game interview, Simons pointed out what led to the Blazers' recent success.
We just, gained a little bit more chemistry. I think it's a new group. We gained the chemistry from last year going into this year, and I think, it's starting to come together a little bit for us. We're starting to figure out what each other likes, what plays we like to run, what position we like to be in. So it's coming all together.
When Damian Lillard was here, he was your mentor. When he left, things changed for you. You had a bigger role. We saw you doing very well, being assertive. You even scored on him. What is that like now that you have to face him as an opponent?
It's definitely a little different at first, but we played each other a couple times now, so I got used to it. So, but obviously, he taught me a lot about the game, how to navigate being a professional athlete, and just taking what comes with success and failure. So, I attribute all of my most of my success to him. You know what I mean? So he taught me a lot. But just going out there and playing basketball. We compete against each other in the summer, so it's really nothing changes.
Now for this team, you all are young. You're still trying to figure things out, as you told me. What's the next step for this group?
Just consistently, string together games like this, where we're playing together on both sides of the floor. When that comes each and every night consistently, I think we'll see some good growth in the group and see what we can become.
Well, no Steph Curry, no problem, as the Golden State Warriors take care of business against a stumbling Utah Jazz. The chef was out as a precautionary measure given his tendinitis issues. But the Warriors still came out on top, 114-103. The Jazz have now lost 7 straight games against the Dubs and remain winless at the Bay since February 9, 2022. Dennis Schroeder filled in for Curry as he finished with a team-high 23 points, including 5 three-pointers. Brandon Podziemski added 20 markers, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Colin Sexton, meanwhile, showed out for Utah, scoring 30 points in a losing effort. Currently, the Warriors are just outside the West's play-in picture with a record of 23 wins and as many losses. Meanwhile, for the Jazz, they remain cellar dwellers with 10 victories against 35 defeats. Now here's B-Pods talking about the most favorable style of play for the Dubs, being teammates with the reigning FIBA World Cup MVP.
Yeah, I think when we play fast, we get the ball to the floor, it pushes the defense and forces them to naturally be lower. And so, but the lower we can start our offense, the kind of more room we have to operate. And so, whether it's me, Dennis, Steph, whoever it is, just trying to get the ball up the floor as fast as we can, either with the dribble or pass. Yeah, I think on most nights I take our team with minimal turnovers against anybody, just because of the way that we're able to shoot the ball. And if we're able to get a shot up, close to 90-95% of our possessions, you got to feel really good about that. I think we're able to play off each other. We're both, sufficient on the ball, sufficient off the ball, and we do a lot of things. We have a lot of things in common. And I told Bonte and the guys that I drove Dennis back from Sacramento after our game, and so we got to talk to each other for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just learned about each other, learned about his upbringing and him learning about mine, and just sharing a lot of things, basketball and non-basketball related. So I think our relationship kind of, became closer because of it.
Now, speaking of the Warriors, they're adding another number to the rafters, and we tell you more about Andre Iguodalas' jersey retirement when play-by-play returns. Keep it here, only on One News.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play-by-Play only on One News. The Golden State Warriors are set to immortalize Andre Iguodalas' jersey number 9. Iggy's jersey heads to the rafters on February 23rd when the Dubs host the Dallas Mavericks. The 4-time NBA champion and former Finals MVP is just the 7th player in Warriors history to have his number retired, and he will join Al Attles, Rick Barry, Will Chamberlain, Tom Meschery, Chris Mullin, and Nate Thurmond. Iguodala won all his titles with the Dubs, including 2015, when, as I mentioned, he also won the Finals MVP award. He appeared in 452 regular season games with the Dubs, averaging close to 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 3.5 assists over 8 seasons. Iggy is just one of 11 players to win 4 titles and earn a Finals MVP. He retired in 2023 after spending 19 seasons in the league.
Now over at the WNBA, 10-time All-Star Brittney Griner bids farewell to the Phoenix Mercury after 11 years. Well, Griner announced on social media that she plans to sign with the Atlanta Dream. Her video even included some of her new teammates in Atlanta. Reports say the Stars center will sign a 1-year deal with the Dream. Before the move, the 6'9" Griner had spent her entire career with Phoenix since getting drafted number 1 overall in 2013. With the Mercury, Griner has won a title, got named scoring champion and defensive player of the year twice, and even made the all-WNBA team 6 times. Griner also led the league in blocks 8 times, averaging 2.6 rejections throughout her career. Griner's move will be made official once the WNBA free agents are allowed to sign contracts starting February 1. And here's Griner explaining her decision.
What led me to that decision ultimately was the team, the players, as individuals, and then also like my family. So I mean, I'm thrilled for this chapter. It's my first time going into free agency. And it was cool, it's a hard decision because, you're leaving what you know, what I've known for my whole career. But there's an exciting factor of like, okay, like this is like a rebrand now. Like this is like, I get to show them like something different.
Meanwhile, here at home in the PBA, the NLEX Road Warriors put themselves in a solid position to enter the Commissioner's Cup playoffs after a crucial win over guest team Eastern. After a tight first half, NLEX started running away in the third quarter through solid defense and white-hot shooting. An 11-4 NLEX run stretched the lead to 15 midway through the fourth quarter. This proved to be the difference they needed as the Road Warriors scored a 94-76 victory. Mike Watkins was just a monster for NLEX, tallying a conference high 41 points to go along with 14 boards and 2 blocks. Meanwhile, Berto Robert Bolick backstopped him with 21 points and 8 dimes. Berto did miss a few minutes after going down with an apparent ankle injury in the third, but managed to return early in the payoff period. NLEX ends the elimination round with an even 6-6 win-loss record, assuring them of at least a playoff for that 8th spot. Their win-off also officially eliminates the defending champions, the San Miguel Beermen, from playoff contention for the first time in a decade. Here are Watkins and head coach Jong Wichico talking about the huge victory.
Well, in the first half, I didn't like the way they were playing. There was no energy, and but you know they were able to pick it up in the second half, and that's a good sign that they were able to recover from that slow start. So yun. So if there's any good sign, it's that. And of course, we give ourselves another shot.
I just couldn't let the refs dictate my energy today. Today was a must-win to get us advanced to the playoffs, and I wasn't ready to go home yet, so I had to come give the best energy I had. Defense, really. I believe if I play defense good enough, offense going, dictate itself. The ball gonna go in the basket, but that's what we do on defense.
Meantime, the Meralco Bolts look to keep their twice-to-beat hopes alive as they battle Barangay Ginebra San Miguel in the PBA Commissioner's Cup. But the Bolts are playing without import Akil Mitchell, who is nursing a lower back injury. It was a neck-and-neck battle between the Bolts and the Gin Kings early on. By the end of the second quarter, Ginebra had just a slim lead over Meralco, 44-42. Justin Brownlee led the way for the Gin Kings in the first half with 11 points. Now in the third quarter, Ginebra went on a 17-4 run that broke the game wide open. The Gin Kings entered the fourth ahead 68-59. The final period of that game is still ongoing. Now coming up, an emotional Kim Kennedy struggles to hold back her tears as she talks about her return to the volleyball court. More on that when play-by-play returns. Keep it here on One News. Welcome back. You're still watching Play-by-Play here on One News. Now, it had been a long and challenging journey for volleyball superstar Kim Kennedy before she finally made her return to the court and debut for the PLDT high-speed hitters. KKD had to wait 559 days because of a knee injury that she suffered when she was still with the now defunct F2 Logistics cargo movers. The 29-year-old opposite hitter made her comeback yesterday, entering in the fourth set of PLDT's match against the Signal HD Spikers. D went scoreless in the high-speed hitters' victory, but her appearance was more than enough to make everyone smile at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. After the match, D shared how she felt about finally playing volleyball again. She also could not hold back her tears as she spoke about what has been a, quote, hard year.
Of course, super excited, and I mean, I haven't played the game for more than a year now. And to be with new teammates, since I'm new sa team, super excited to play with, because I was with my team before for the past years, and just to play with new faces is such a parang so refreshing, and yeah, I was just really happy and excited to be part of the team inside. Biggest change, I guess, as a player, I've been more patient with myself because the journey of me being here right now wasn't really easy. It's been a hard year.
Ready?
I'm still trying to get to my 100%, and I'm slowly getting there. Yeah, it hasn't been easy, but thankfully with my teammates and my coaches, they make it easier for me. Kahit hirap na hirap na ako.
Well, more PBL All-Filipino action is coming your way tomorrow at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. The Cherry Tigo Crossovers and the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells open the doubleheader at 4 p.m. For Cherry Tigo, it's all about staying within striking distance of the top 4. Meanwhile, for the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells, it's a chance to keep themselves among the teams heading for the quarterfinals. Then at 6:30 p.m., it will be the Galleries Tower High Risers facing the Farm Fresh Foxies. Galleries Tower is seeking its second win in the conference and is hoping to turn its campaign around. Meanwhile, Farm Fresh is looking to get back on track following their defeat to the Crossovers last Saturday. You can catch both games live on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and on the Pilipinas Live app.
All right, we've got the PBA and the NBA. Tonight's highlight reel. Let's start off with the PBA. NLEX against Eastern here. Off the rebound, it goes to the white shirts, and here comes NLEX on the run. Watkins, good love from Cyrus Torres, scanning the floor, then launches that long court pass over to their import Watkins, and he knows what to do. Just immense trust between those two teammates. Take a look at that. Good play. Hayden Blankley could not catch up to Watkins there. Of course, Watkins finishing with a conference high, 41 points, 14 boards, and 2 blocks. Torres, meanwhile, had 5 points, 3 dimes as the Road Warriors score a 94-76 victory over Eastern, assuring NLEX of at least a playoff for the 8th spot and officially knocking out San Miguel from playoffs the first time since 2015. Okay, let's go to the NBA. Rockets, Hawks, Jalen Green, in and out dribble, dropping Larry Nance Jr. there. This guy proves and deserves to be on the All-Star team, or hopefully in the reserves. Take a look at that play going all the way. Jalen Green, our kababayan. Woo! And look at the whole Houston bench up there. What a move from Jalen Green. But he's not done yet, just yet, folks. Here's an encore from JG. Aman Thompson will block the shot here. Boom. Defense leading to offense, and off to the races they go. 2 against 4 to Van Vliet. Back to Jalen Green with a lob. You can see that chemistry with FBV. Look at this, getting the ball, and then bato mo na lang. Ikaw na bahala, Jalen Green with the left slam there. JG punctuating 25 points. Thompson, by the way, finished with 11 points, 5 boards, 3 steals, and that 1 solid rejection. Rockets survived the Hawks, as we mentioned earlier in the news item, 100-96 in ATL. Okay, up next, Lakers, Sixers. Good game here. French big man, Gerson Yabusele with a steal. Bad pass from Bronny James, and then all the way, avoiding AD, too, from behind AD. Good shot blocker, no problem for the Frenchman Yabusele. Remember, this guy also had a dunk over LeBron in the Olympics. Yabusele had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. Look at Bronny. Yes, G League is different from the NBA, Bronny James. Okay, encore from Bronny. Just kidding. Encore. Samahan nyo kay Bronny James, ha? Ano, Ricky Council gets the steal, and then the reverse there. Well, as JJ Redick said, Bronny James did not have a good game, and look at Coach JJ furious there with another turnover from the purple and gold. Philly was just hyped, and Coach JJ not happy. Council chipped in 16 points off the bench as the Sixers beat the Lakers at home 118-104. Okay, favorite play among all the Highlights?
I'm gonna have to give it to our kababayan, Jalen Green.
Ayaw mo kay Bronny James? Dalawang steal? Dalawang turnover? Okay.
I don't know if you saw, but Jalen also did a little shake right there.
Ayun.
After yun. Akala ko mag-shake ka rin eh.
Pwede.
Yung sinasabi nilang shake mo
Shake.
dito sa play-by-play.
Nagiging shake fries eh. Ikaw parang gusto mo din makatikim ng shake fries. No, but Jalen Green, grabe, no? Grabe. And I remember, we met him. We interviewed him a couple of years back. And now he's just blossoming to a young, budding all-star for the Houston Rockets. And again, siya, Amen Thompson, galing.
Always great to see Jalen Green, one of our kababayans, shining in the NBA.
Sana maglaro for Gilas.
Oh, yes. But here, meanwhile, speaking of highlight dunks, well, for years, the NBA fans have been asking for bigger stars in the slam dunk contest. And this year's lineup, well, it didn't exactly get them hyped. Well, ESPN's Shams Charania revealed the 2025 dunk contest participants: defending champion Mac McClung, rookie Stephon Castle, Matas Buzelis, and Andre Jackson Jr. The reaction from fans, let's just say it was less than enthusiastic. But then, Zach LaVine, who a two-time dunk contest champion, decided to stir the pot. LaVine posted a video on TikTok of him throwing down a behind-the-back jam, as you can see right there. And in his caption, he wrote, "Might have to get back into the dunk contest." See about that? Well, the dunk that LaVine recreated is the same move that wowed fans back in the 2015 Slam Dunk Contest. And of course, LaVine won that year as well as in 2016 when he had that epic dunk-off with Aaron Gordon for the title. The 2025 NBA Slam Dunk Contest will take place on February 16, Philippine time.
Grabe, tumatanda na ako. 10 years ago. Yeah, back-to-back champ, slam dunk champion, 2015, 2016. There was one, yun nga, nabanggit mo, Aaron Gordon. It could have gone either way. I'm sure you've seen that, yung si Aaron Gordon dunking on a mascot na umiikot with the board. Ayan yun. But sana, I hope Zach LaVine and also Aaron Gordon might join the dunk contest just to spark life again para mabuhay ulit yung dunk contest. Diba?
We'll have to see.
Bronny James.
Bakit si Bronny
Favorite
James?
si Bronny James today. Kasi sila sabi, encore from Bronny James Si Raul
Kinakagat na niya siguro. He's biting his tongue,
That's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
You can catch play-by-play on One News at Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
Happy Chinese New Year. Gong Chi Fat Chai. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Pauline Verzosa sitting in for Cheska Litan Calao. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.